Wait till it says live. All right, now you're live.
Yo, what's happening, folks? Y'all know what it is, man. It's Mr. Twice. Give me a couple moments. Hey, I got the dean right here with me too. Like I said, a couple moments. I'm about to share it out. Make sure everybody gets to see what we got going on here today. And I promise you, we're gonna get some laughs. We're gonna have a good time, and you ain't gonna want to miss this one.
While he's sharing his post, y'all need to understand that he did an entire introduction, not realizing that we weren't live yet.
It was like half an introduction.
It was close.
It was close. It was close.
Full introduction. I myself am trying to work on the Zac Efron look. Have you been watching the show?
Oh,
Zac Efron show?
Zac Efron, huh?
What's it called?
No, I know who you talk about, but I haven't really.
He's got a new show about sustainability.
Yeah.
And see, I'm trying to get like the jawline he's got going on. I grew my beard out a little bit, and I got the high rise, the hair flowing. That's what and I feel like I got it.
What I tell you when I walked in?
That I look young. You know what it is? I think I'm drinking a lot of water.
Yeah.
Because I'm understanding Vegas. Did y'all know Vegas is a desert?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's
Since
a desert.
when?
It's a desert. And so my skin's been really dry for like the past 10 months that I've been here. And so I'm drinking a lot of water. I think it's been working. I think it's been really working out for me. But yeah, I'm on that Zac Efron look. I'm trying to throw this out a little bit.
I think it's working for you, man.
I got to get that. I'm nervous about. So I have a dad bod. He's thick. He's swole. But I don't really want to get rid of my dad bod because that's kind of in right now.
Yeah.
And also, I like to eat, and so I don't think it's going to work out. But if with my shirt on, he and I we look identical. Do we not look identical?
Yeah,
I'd say we look identical.
Yeah. It's been like that.
Yeah. So when you're done,
so we in here. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Thinking Twice, and we're gonna be always thinking twice with Mr. Twice. I got the dean right here, man, and today on WGSN Going Solo Network, it's a singles network, so we're gonna talk about that entanglement for starters that you guys came across.
Can I talk about something for a second? She cheated.
She cheated. Yeah.
She cheated?
She did.
Let me say two things. Okay?
She did cheat. But
if Will Smith had done this, it wouldn't have been an entanglement.
Oh my! I was going to go there.
Number one. And number two, if Will Smith as a 44-year-old man had entangled himself with a 23-year-old woman.
Yep. Talk that talk.
I'm not going to say the word because I don't like the word. But there would have been some words thrown at this man.
Absolutely, all kind of words. It would not have
been that he was helping her heal. Helping her heal.
Right. That was the one, helping her heal.
At the risk of looking like a men's rights activist, because I can't do that. Right. That is ridiculous.
Yeah. So, ladies, y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
No, I didn't say that, bro. See, this is what happens. I say something intelligent and intelligible, and then you turn me into an internet meme, and now I'm a meme.
Oh, it's okay though, because you're gonna go viral. But look, ladies, because what would really happen is y'all would try to crucify Will for doing that. Crucify, double his age. I mean, he's double her age.
She's double his age.
Well, I'm talking about the scenario.
If it were the
yes,
opposite.
absolutely.
I understand.
So if the encounter or the entanglement were 2 times the person's age, y'all would have had a field day. But because Jada did it, it's all good, fine, and dandy. No.
So let me tell you something. They have a relationship.
They do have an open relationship for sure.
Yeah, but I love their relationship in general. I think their relationship in general is
dope. I like it.
Open or not, you know how I feel about poly and open. I'm all about that. But man, I get ridiculed a lot about this one, but he's got a quote that says, "It's not on me to make this woman happy. It's on her to make her happy. It's on me to compliment that happiness." And I think
that's amazing.
Yeah, entanglement or not, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're doing. That's the right attitude that you need to be having.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to make yourself happy, but also consider your partner. But I believe with their relationship, they've had an open relationship for a long time. I heard Johnny Depp, got into the relationship a couple times.
Oh, he did?
Oh, yeah.
On the Will side or on the Jada side? Nothing wrong with either side. Nothing wrong with either side. Okay.
Johnny Depp and Jada.
Okay.
But yeah, so you didn't hear from me. You heard, so like when Will calls you.
Well, you did hear.
You did.
See, that's the problem. They did hear.
You did hear from me. All right. Well, see.
Making sure we're all on the same page.
Okay, well maybe somebody else that looked like me told you, but look though, because Will can't let you know that I said it, because he'll be mad that I kind of spilled those beans. But that's neither here nor there. The entanglement, man, y'all got to make sure to let that go. That was last week, but I just wanted to let you guys know that it wasn't right, and y'all got to be fair, for sure. Y'all want women's equal rights, we got to do men's equal rights too, for sure, because I'm fighting for the men. Now,
gonna get you in trouble.
Hey, if I get in trouble, it's okay. It's okay, because I've been in trouble my whole life. Now, online dating, Miss West, with the online dating.
I'm going to ask you questions as they come into the party too.
Okay, yeah, look. So first off, when we talk about online dating, I wanted to go back to the origins of it. Now, how many people had an AOL? I had it. You had AOL?
Yo.
And then
AOL was my jam.
Oh man, let me tell you, the dial-up. You get excited about that one.
My brother had his own phone line because he was, like an older teenage kid.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, all right, you can have your own phone line, but you got to use it when you're going online. I was on AOL all the time, to the point where my brother was like, I don't even have a phone line.
Yeah.
Like I had an online girlfriend. Will Smith gay, he messed with plenty of men.
Honestly, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that's over my head. But I'm gonna just act like I know what I know, and let's say that it was what it was.
So I had an online girlfriend. I was like 14, and then we used to do. This is how cool. You want to see how cool I was? Do you watch wrestling back in the day?
Absolutely.
All right, we had online wrestling leagues, role play leagues. You ever do these things?
Yeah.
You would script a character, and you would play your character
online,
and you would do all these different
the Yahoo Messenger. Yeah, Yahoo JT, that was hot too. Yep. That was hot.
And then the more scripts that you wrote, the more scenes that you had throughout the week, the more roll of the dice you got when you had your match.
Oh yeah, y'all had a whole nother. I was on AOL just talking to the ladies.
Yep.
And you could. Matter of fact, my first email address was Loverboy.
I would imagine
at Yahoo.
I'm gonna guess it was LUVR.
Nah. I spelled it right. Yeah, okay. I spelled it right. But I'm a ladies man. I'm a lover boy, man. You know what I'm saying? But that was my first email address. With the AOL, it was a totally different wave. You really couldn't see nobody. You had to just believe what they were saying to an extent. And what they always say, first thing out their mouth was ASL. We all had that text
textification, right?
Yeah, we all had that text talk. And that's when you got your game right. That was when I got my my P's and Q's nice and nice and suave.
I like meeting people online. I'm not the kind of guy you're going to meet at a bar, because I'm just not cool like that. I'm not charismatic. But online, I can think about the best way to say hello. I can think about the best way to understand somebody. I can also think about my answer if somebody says, well, I don't know, how was your day today? I can say my day was great. I can say my day was good. I can say my day was bad. I can say my day was whatever. But on that note, I can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
So look, with that being said, sometimes we don't even tell people if our day is bad or good at all anyway.
That's true.
So that's true. So it started off with AOL as far as online dating. The next thing it started going towards was Black Planet and MySpace. Man, Black Planet, we had this conversation the other day with my brother. It was crazy. And I was about 14, talking to all the college girls and everything. Couldn't even spell college. I spelled college, colleague. Was asking, was like, oh, you in colleague? Yeah. She didn't respond again.
What college you go to? That one. The college one. The one at university.
I'm 14 on Black Planet all night.
Black Planet?
Yeah.
What is that?
It was before MySpace.
Like a black chat room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like MySpace, but it was, mostly, blacks.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then MySpace dropped, Black Planet out.
Okay.
And then, you had to make the URLs. I don't know how many computer texts MySpace made.
What do you mean?
What? Yeah, you had to put the HTMLs. You had to put all the codings. Man, I had the raindrops coming down on my page, the music playing, change my song every week. Had my top 8 with all bunch of pretty girls, the homies up there. Oh yeah, it was cold. It was cold. I used to get in so many arguments about with people because they wanted to be on my top 8.
That makes so many problems when you get your top 8.
What? Yes, problems.
See, I wouldn't want to do that today. I wouldn't know who to pick.
You wouldn't want to do that today, huh?
Right?
You just got to go with the top 2.
If you look at I got my mom, my dad, my best friend. Like that's it.
I think Facebook does it, but now what Facebook ends up doing is they pick the ones that actually use your page the most. I believe I think that's the algorithm. So yeah, and what another crazy wave was. Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna put this out there. That MySpace wave was the biggest wave. I'm telling you, when I got on MySpace, I think I had like 5 girlfriends at this one time.
Living that poly life, huh?
On MySpace, man, it was insane.
Robbie says MySpace was OG for real.
Oh man,
Remember when Facebook had to come out though? MySpace.
But before Facebook, there was another wave.
What was it? How to not?
AIM.
Oh,
do you remember AIM? Who remembers AIM?
I used to put. So I had a buddy.
That got me excited.
Sometimes Keith will listen to the show. I don't know if he's listening tonight. He was on the show a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Keith made a full website of all the stupid stuff we said, and I had an entire tab just of my AIM instant messenger away messages.
No.
Like
my away messages used to be crazy.
Emo music. I remember one specifically said "dinner with the fam." You heard, and my buddy's like, "What does that mean?" And I was like,
"I heard it somewhere."
I heard. Did you hear? I don't know.
It's somebody told me that one time.
You know,
that AIM was popping. Yeah. Like you had the sidekick. I had one of my
sidekick?
What? I had one of my old girlfriends buy me the sidekick just so I could have AIM. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I need AIM." My kick game was popping, and every time I kicked it, it made a little tension, and then I pull out my other phone.
Did the sidekick talk to the AIM? See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I thought the sidekick was a beeper.
No, I literally only had the sidekick for AIM.
Wow.
Like there was a point in time, and this was like 07, 06, it was around there.
Before that.
No, this was when it was hot.
Yeah.
We didn't give out numbers. You like if you asked for a girl's number, she'd laugh at you. What number? You mean get your AIM? Yeah. We didn't exchange numbers. All AIM.
Really?
If you didn't have an AIM, you wasn't getting no.
I missed this entire era in the online dating community.
Yeah, for real.
You know why? Because I was actually
actually being cool.
No, because I was dating the girl that I was going to marry.
Yeah.
And we were like, we had each other's numbers.
Yeah, we had each other's numbers, right?
So I never had to ask anybody for their AIM.
Oh man,
I had her
AIM was the
she had my AIM.
Truth. Now this was still before you could send any like photo messages.
You really do that on AIM.
You couldn't send no photo message, but what you could do is make like special characters, and then emojis started coming out around then.
We're gonna start speaking in emojis.
That emoji game, crazy.
Yeah.
Perk is the emoji king. He'll tell you a whole story, nothing but emojis, won't use no words, you understand it, and you might like what you hear too.
He's off to the side, by the way. He's hanging out. Hey, actually, could you do me a favor? Could you grab Robbie? He's outside right now.
So yeah, that AIM was popping. Now, after AIM came through, we already know Facebook hit, and then Tinder. No, Facebook actually was years before Tinder. When I first joined Facebook was when you needed a college email address, and if you remember that, you needed a college email address to get on Facebook because it was specifically for college students. That was it. So that was when it was crazy. Oh man. So y'all maybe the millennials made some stuff that was millennial.
See, that's interesting. You bring up millennials. I think that Alyssa, by this way, says I miss MySpace. I miss MySpace. I can still log into mine. I might have to. I was talking about this with a friend today who grew up as a millennial, and millennials had an interesting life, right?
Yeah.
We grew up half our lives without tech, and then the other half with tech. I think where the tech came out, we were good.
Yeah.
I think where we messed up is when we started making tech for Gen Z. Now it's like we live our lives online. We don't even see each other anymore. Like when was the last time we brought out a board game? I want to play board game tonight.
When the last time we brought out a board game?
I want to play board game.
The game that I play is actually I got a little gathering to go to. I got somebody's gonna cook that fish for me. I was telling you.
Oh, that's really nice of you. That's great.
Hey man,
you don't have my number?
Hey, you know,
you have my number when it's time to do the show. You have my number when it's time to go out.
When somebody asks me, guess what I do?
What do you do?
I say yes.
What's up?
The dog head. Hey, when somebody asks me, I say yes.
That's fair. That's fair.
And it's my first time going over there.
Oh, that's true. You coming through on Saturday?
Yeah. I told you I got that meeting.
Yep.
You know, it's Perk's brother birthday. I gotta go to. Man, I got a few things. Oh, but sorry for the intermission. Oh, you guys hear my calendar going off right there. Now, the next thing that came up on the timeline after Facebook, you know, like I was saying, Facebook had its own wave. We're still on Facebook right now. You guys see, it's $1 trillion company almost. Yeah. It could be.
Actually, so Amazon's gonna be the first $1 trillion company, and I think Facebook's. I think it's
going to be number
Facebook,
2.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3.
If Facebook doesn't get shut down because all the data stuff that they're.
Oh yeah.
They're so inconsistent.
They doing some stuff for sure. But like at Facebook, I really didn't get too much wave on Facebook. You know, Facebook, I stopped.
I spell college.
Yeah, well, that was yeah. I didn't learn how to spell college until after I was in college. Yeah, funny how that works. But yeah, when I was first started on Facebook, I put all my thoughts, all my messages, all my, you know, how I felt. I remember one time I put, I think I broke my leg, or I think I sat on the toilet too long or something like that.
Yeah,
that's what I would like write on Facebook.
Yeah.
But you know, once my granny got on, my grandpa, you know, I cut all that stuff out because I used to talk like a heathen, hooligan, for sure. I was trying to soil my oats.
You know, Facebook has a dating platform, right?
Has or is?
Has.
How? I mean, where?
No, they have one.
Where?
Like, I'm not on, but if you go, I think it's one of my options. Check it.
Dating.
Look, dating right there. There's a heart. I'm not going to sign up because I don't want to do that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I did it once, and the matches, Facebook has like 0 filters on anything that you do. You put a job post up on Facebook, you're going to get 600 applicants, but 400 of them won't have a resume.
Right.
Same thing with dating. You put your profile up on dating, and all of a sudden you have 60 people you match with, and you're like, where do all these people come from?
You know what somebody told me today?
On Facebook dating.
Nice.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult.
With somebody,
it's not for me.
It's not
for me.
Well, I got to go check it out. So with this, I seen on this post, somebody said, when will somebody, now this is a free game for you, so if you're going to go ahead and run with it, you might want to do it before someone does, because it's going to happen. They said that when is somebody going to start a dating app that perfectly matches astrological
signs.
Yeah.
That's good, because I typically only get along with certain signs.
It hasn't happened yet. So
it hasn't?
Yeah, where?
I don't know. You keep talking.
Have you heard of one?
I'm going to Google.
Have you heard of one?
I haven't, but
that's what I'm saying.
Dating apps.
Yeah, so that's for you. That's the gym today. If you try to get another one, I might give it to you, but I might charge for that.
Bumble.
Bumble,
you can filter on it.
Oh, Bumble's terrible. I was on.
Really? You don't like Bumble?
Oh no, all those profiles on Bumble fake.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever matched with Bob.
I've never matched with anybody.
Well, that's it. It sounds like a you problem.
That sounds like a you problem.
But I like Bumble because it takes the pressure off of the man to start that first conversation. It's good. You get consent right away because they're going to start that conversation.
Okay.
So I think Bumble's great for that reason. Tinder is to the point where it's just like,
yeah, Tinder's crazy.
Old.
Yeah. It's crazy. It don't make no sense to me. There's a couple other dating apps that are pretty cool that I used, or just social in general, that I thought were cool. When Snap came out, I was one of the first people to start using Snap. This was like 2013.
But do you use that for dating?
Snap is when if I'm trying to send a risky message, I use Snap.
Yeah, risque.
Risque. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got to be a little. I try to tie my tie.
Yeah, Snap. I'll get some weird. So my TikToks, my Instagram's on my TikTok, and then my Snapchat's on my Instagram, and I'll get some random people who add me on Snap, and then they just start sending me like
crazy stuff.
And I think to myself, is this how women feel all the time?
All the time?
I get it like once or twice a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just like a random.
You're winning.
No, it's not.
No.
Because I didn't consent to that. That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh, so if you don't consent to it, you don't care about it.
I'd rather look.
I'd
rather go old school. Really, I'd rather drive my truck to the soda shop or the library,
pick her up,
somebody, and have it. But it's just not.
Have you ever picked up a girl from a library before?
I have smiled at a girl at a library. I have smiled at a girl at a library.
And how'd that work out for you?
She smiled back.
Oh, she smiled
now,
back.
had I had a little bit more guts, I might have gone over there and had a conversation with her, but I'm a bit of a wimp. So yeah, I took that as a win for me. I went home that day and I said, I could have had a date with her if I wanted. I don't need to know if I really had.
I don't need to know reality.
Yeah,
this just
in my reality, I could have had a date with her.
Don't feel bad, man. I had the biggest problem. I couldn't approach a woman for anything. So dating apps, social apps really helped me out with my confidence and my ability to approach people.
Right. You can think through, right?
Oh, I was so nervous. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to forget to go ahead and take a break real quick. This is WGSN Going Solo Network. We got to pay a couple bills, ladies and gents. Hey, we right back in. You know what it is. Mr. Twice. Got the Dean right here. He's dropping the gems. Knowledge, and that's what we do.
I think you got the gems actually. If you're gonna, right?
Hey, well, you know, I did one.
Was that DDI?
I think I got it from a thrift store.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a Diamond Supply Inc. though.
Oh,
they sell them in the Caribbean. They sell them on when you go on cruise ships.
Hey man, you know, it fell in my closet somehow.
Yeah. Robert, I think that's mine.
I think that's mine. So now that we went through dating apps. So the evolution of them. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter which app you use. There's still some rules and regulations you have to abide by to make sure that you're successful.
I want to hear your rules.
Yes. I got a couple rules for you guys that is going to help you out. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about a couple acronyms. All right. Now, they call that text talk.
I'm scared.
The WCW, the MCM,
okay.
WY.
I know those.
Yeah. What you doing? WYD. Now, if you get that WYD,
did you know ATM means at the moment?
No, I thought it was cha-ching.
I literally thought I was being approached by an escort. She goes ATM, and I was like, no,
I'm not your ATM.
Yeah, that's why I was like, no, and she's like ATM means at the moment. I was like, thanks. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, I learned that today too.
There you go.
So
I was today old when I learned.
I was today old. So with the text talk, if you get that WYD text at 3 a.m., you better text back. And that's not what you're doing. It's saying, can I come over?
That's that low level. That's that low quality. That's that low. What's the word I'm thinking of?
That's
that low vibration level interaction.
Oh, low vibration.
That's a low vibe.
Man, I'm glad I'm simple.
That's that person. That person.
Hey, you don't ever.
So
you don't like those 3 a.m. texts?
I'll tell you why I don't like them.
Okay, talk to me.
That person is going to completely misunderstand what goes on after that 3 a.m. I'll tell you what. So I don't know if she's watching right now, but my barber literally watches the show, and she said, you should talk about me on the show. I said, okay. I said, I have talked about you on the show. I said that you're gorgeous, and that I like going to see you. But she's got like the boyfriend for 5 years, so there's no shot.
Yeah, so, there's no shot.
But she said to me, she went on a date once, okay? And on the date, she said it was an okay date and whatever. And then he asked her a question a couple days later, and she goes, "Oh yeah, blah blah." And she answers the question. She goes, "Yeah, I just wanted to know because you're my girl now." She goes, "Wait, what? Where did I miss up? Right? I missed something."
Oh, that happens.
The person who texts you at 3 a.m. what you doing, and then has that level of intercourse or that level of intimacy.
Then that's when they jump in a relationship.
You are their boyfriend when they wake up in the morning.
Oh,
that is a level, in my opinion, of delusion that happens when somebody's at 3 a.m. looking for intimacy. That is just my opinion.
Oh, really?
I correlate the two.
Oh, see, you know a lot better. You know a lot better girls than I do because I get them 3 a.m. texts and they just be trying to hit.
Oh, I wouldn't mind that.
They need y'all to cut and out. and I'll be trying to call them the next day, and they'll be like,
maybe you're better in bed, and they figure if they give me some time, I'll warm up.
Man, I don't know what it is, but they be like, thank you, come again.
Okay, cool.
It's 7-Eleven.
Good for you.
That's great. It's not. I ain't no community. I ain't got no community thing.
That's true.
Yeah. What you think you're going to just hit this thing? No. You might, but still.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's that 3 a.m. vibe mentality, right? It's never going to, if you start off texting somebody at 3 a.m., you are never going to have lunch with somebody at 3 p.m.
Never?
I don't know. It's going to take a long time to switch that mentality.
What about the breakfast at 9 a.m.?
I'm okay with that too.
Okay. So the next thing I need for y'all to understand and realize, when you hear that hey, so 1 Y is a wave, 2 Ys is a wink, 3 Ys is a come over here and come kick it. 4 Ys, if you don't say nothing, man, obviously you might not catch no signs. So you got to pay attention to how many Ys are at the end of the conversation. And
I think I do that. I didn't realize that I was implying
that means
that I wanted somebody to come over.
Absolutely.
I think I was just saying, hey.
No, maybe it's different from a man. Women do that, and that means the more Ys, the more level of interest they have.
I'm going to challenge your implied consent on this one.
Okay.
If you are watching the show and you're a female, can you chime in and
please let us know?
Let us know how many, if that's what you mean when you throw some Ys in there.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be honest, I've had a couple of Ys in my life, and I had no idea that meant.
I'm telling you.
I'm going to challenge.
I'm telling you.
I'm going to phone a friend.
Phone a friend, and your friend's going to tell you, yep, you should have go ahead and smack.
I don't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know that that's what I thought they were just saying.
I'm telling you. Now,
I think we are in 2 different worlds.
Man, Batman has 2 lives too.
That's true.
Yeah, look.
So, Talisha, when you say yeah, right, do you mean yes, that's correct?
Yeah.
Or do you mean yeah, right, he's out of his mind?
Talisha, let me know.
I think it's yeah, right, he's out of his mind.
I'm telling you, it's the Ys. Now, one thing I hate with the text, I always put extra Ys.
See, but that doesn't mean she's implying
intimacy
at this exact moment.
I don't want to hear that, Talisha. I know what them extra Ys mean. Mm-hmm. Trying to be good on TV.
See?
So when
chalk one up for the dean.
All right, maybe I took an L on that one. We're gonna have to take another survey. Now, when I hear that, when we're talking and everything, and I keep hearing K, and it's just one letter, K.
One letter, one word, no.
I hate that.
I was on a dating app. I deleted my apps a few weeks ago, and I was on the app for a couple of weeks. It was breakup. Wanted to get on the app. Stupid. Wasn't ready yet. Whatever. So I was only talking to the people who were that I had connected with, right?
Yeah.
That had my number. Couple people. Some of the most beautiful humans physically gave me the least conversation, and I had a choice to make. I thought to myself, I can continue on this path, and I can continue to make conversation with this human because they are that attractive, really, really attractive humans. Or I could just stop, and I just stopped.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen in an intimate relationship when afterwards we're laying in bed and I go, "How was that? Good. What do you want to eat? Food."
Right. I hate it.
Are you enjoying my company? Sure. I don't know what's going on. So I just dropped it.
Yeah, the communication skills. We got to learn to use our words, ladies. Because ladies, that you are. I've been trying to get you to go bad for a long time. But, hey, that's just what it is.
Man, I can't even with you.
Hey, I got to call it what it is.
My show and your show are totally different.
I got to call it what it is.
If you're watching the show for the first time, please log in for mine next time, because I'm like, hi, inclusive humans. Hey. My name's Christopher. Today we're going to talk about consent. Today we're going to talk about being a gentleman. And today we're going to talk about how to be the best version of you. Twice, like, yo, let me hit it if you got 4 Ys. Let me. You know?
Hey, if you got 4 Ys, I mean,
Robbie says, I think it's more of one syllable response. They kill the vibe. Yeah, the one syllable, the one word,
absolutely,
the one whatever,
Portia, what's up, girl? But I'm telling you, 3 a.m. text, answer. The K's, stop it, 1 word. Also, all them extra Y's, you know what it means, fellas. Now, now here goes a couple rules for texting and messaging, all right? So I'd love to get your input on how you feel. If you do this often or what's going on. If you didn't get a reply right away, it's okay. You don't got to rush. Sometimes I get a little bit of antsy, sometimes like that, just because, where the extra Y's at? Put some more Y's in there.
Because now you scared everyone away from using extra consonants.
Good. Yeah, because I want y'all to know.
Why considered a vowel?
Yeah.
Why is a vowel?
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes a vowel, sometimes a consonant, right?
Yeah.
Well, you scared people from using their native English language.
I'm glad I brought awareness to your insensitivity to my feelings.
Welcome to the Twice Show, where it's literally just a show where we just talk about what makes Twice happy.
Man, see, everything would be a better place if it was that way. Because I'm simple, you know? I just don't like a bunch of whys, and you just tell me why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why?
So.
Portia says she doesn't use extra Y's. That means you'll never get more Portia.
Man, tell me something.
Or
tell me something I don't know.
Or you might just have to ask the question, may I come over?
Tell me something I don't know, man. Now, if you don't get a reply right away, it's okay. Chill out. You're still cool. Now, what happens
Has that ever happened to you? That's happened to me on both sides.
Yeah.
You're working, and someone's like, well, I guess that didn't happen.
Well,
I'm working.
Yeah.
And I've even done the same thing where, like, I was asking someone on a date in a couple of hours one point. I was like, well, I guess not. And she was like, chill out. I'm a salon stylist.
Chill out,
like,
right.
I got literally my hands full of hair. I was like, oh, shoot, my dad. I think I messed that one up.
I started off on the wrong foot. Like, I remember first time I ever got a girl's number was at her party, her birthday party at her house. I got the birthday girl, so I was geeked, right?
Yep.
And, this was back when it was only landlines.
Yep.
So I ended up getting her number, called her next day. We talked on the phone 45 minutes. She hung up. Okay. I was like, okay, yeah. Waited an hour. Because she said she's going to call me back.
Right.
I called her again.
Yep.
We talked for like 30 minutes.
Right.
A clingy alert. Hey, I called her again. We talked for 30 minutes, right?
Lily LaRosa, are you saying that I'm displaying toxic masculinity or that this is a display of toxic masculinity? I'm not sure.
Hey, let me tell you something about toxic masculinity. Masculinity is good in general, and that's what you're going to get from me. Now, toxic is different because what happens is the best things come with warning labels. I'm just letting you know I'm coming with a warning label. That's all that is. So you could call it toxic, or you could say this is FDA approved.
FDA approved.
Yeah,
FDA approved.
Yeah. So don't worry about it. Oh, but the story is I pretty much kept calling her. I didn't hear from her again. So yeah, that's what happened. First time I ever got.
She said my joke was toxic masculinity.
Okay.
All about his feelings. Oh, that's fair. Thank you. Okay, so it was my joke about your feelings. Okay.
Yeah, terrible. You're toxic to me. Thank you. So look, number 2, always respond to your messages. Don't be a prick. Don't be a dick. Don't think you're better than somebody else. Just respond. It's cool.
Could you imagine if in real life we ghosted people? Like imagine.
Yeah.
I'm on a date, right? We're on a date, we're getting along, everything's cool, and you say something I don't like, and I literally just go,
yeah,
and just walk away.
And just stop talking.
You can't do that in real life. Unless now I will say this, and I said this on my show with the caveat: if you are uncomfortable, or you feel as though you're in danger, then it's okay to ghost. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But see,
we agree on something.
I tend to make people uncomfortable, and some people.
You?
And yes.
No.
Oh, sometimes. But look, though, comfort is just a visual thought or a thought of your expectations. That's all it is. You're expecting something, and if you don't get it, you're uncomfortable. So stop expecting. You won't be uncomfortable. There you go. Now, number 3. Was that kind of bad? That was kind of harsh?
No, I think that's okay.
Okay. Number 3, keep the other person's schedule in mind. They may be a person of, busy.
Could be a cop,
somebody that's super
person,
busy.
Right?
Somebody that can't have their phone on them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean they can talk to you all the time. Now, I seen this post and it rings bells with me. It resonates so much. Only a person that's broke can give you all their time. So if you want somebody to give you all the time, just go to the shelter and go find somebody. They'll give you all the time you got.
And that's something that I've talked about on my show too. That's, as somebody who's super ambitious, as somebody who works 3 probably full-time jobs, right? Yeah. I find it really challenging to give of myself, right? To give time of myself. And I find that the people that I get along with most
also have stuff to do.
But also are understanding and can kind of hang out and even assist or, just chill out. Like there's a human that I spend time with now that understands that my time is super valuable and is super pressed, and that I just have a ambition and an anxiety about it, and she is cool about it, and so we tend to get along very well.
And because you guys, your time, right? Your times are don't conflict with one another. Yep. So that's amazing. Not this shelter. Yeah, you can go right there. You're gonna find a bunch of love right there for you. Now, number 5. Actually, we're on number 4. Don't text a novel. So I like to say,
Lily, I think Lily's got my back tonight. I'm not sure.
Oh, she's rocking with you tonight?
I'm not sure. She says your stop expecting means lower your standards.
Oh, lower my standards?
So when you say I made you uncomfortable because you were expecting something, what you basically told people was to lower their standards.
Or
that's a challenge. I like the way you're challenging.
But see, this is what I think. This is how I feel. It's not about lowering my standards. It's about coming into a situation with no expectations. It's because I can't sit there and expect you to have something that I don't even know nothing about. So if you go in with no expectations, 1, you're going to be less stressed. 2, you're going to actually be excited because you like surprises. And number 3, you're going to have a good time and you won't have that letdown. So what happens is you have that expectation and let down, and if your expectations are too high, no one's ever going to be able to please you anyway. So come in there with no expectations, and guess what's going to happen? You're probably going to start to find more people that you like. Number 4.
It's a decent response. That one didn't offend me.
I'm glad.
36 minutes into the show.
I've told somebody, I forgot what I said about offended. That was a few years ago. I'll find it again. But number 4, don't text a novel. I usually like to say your text shouldn't not be longer than 16 words. Now, ladies, I do have a question for you. Do you like when a guy sends questions? That sends back-to-back text, pow, another one, pow, another one, pow, another one. But, it's all great to a good point. Or do you just want that long message? Or tell me what you think.
Yeah, mine are pretty short.
Yeah, I know.
I think I did this right to your standards.
Yeah. Because you don't want to go too long with those messages. There's a couple more, so I'm going to speed through them. Number 5, however, don't call after you get the text.
No, don't call.
Don't call.
Period. Without
after
explicit consent.
That is terrible. Because I'm gonna look at your call like this.
I can, and then I'm literally playing. I'm playing touchdown right now, and I'm gonna wait 12 to 14 seconds.
I'm going to jam you. I'm going to jam you right off the line, like I'm Dion.
I don't want to be rude.
I'm Dion.
I was playing a game.
I'm Dion. Yeah, that's even more.
You know what I've done before? So Portia prefers back-to-back texts.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So sometimes
what's that? Show the level of interest? What's going on?
Yeah.
What does that make you feel?
If I was not in the mood for a phone call and I was about to hop in the shower, like maybe I was like waiting on hopping in the shower, I would literally look at the call and run into the shower and then be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was in the shower."
Yeah.
Not a lie.
No, I was running.
Literally in the shower the second you called, maybe only for 3 shared seconds, but that happens.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. See, I like that one.
The non-consent call, there's a couple of folks that I'll accept a phone call from without, and the worst is when you just text somebody and they call you.
And then they call you. Terrible.
If I wanted to, we need to talk about it. We need to talk about this.
Yes.
My mom, my dad, my cousins, my really good friends, coworkers, and if I'm about to see you. Right?
And
if we're meeting and I need to know what table you're at, call. Right?
Okay. More engaging with multiple texts. Yeah. We like.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. And then you don't tend to lose the details in the paragraph. That's fair. Anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's all good. So yeah, don't call after a text. The next one, generally avoid sarcasm. They can't hear you, so guess what happens?
Do you know how many people I have offended, lost contact with, whatever, because of sarcasm, either on their side or on my side?
Yeah. That just.
Are you saying we as in the French, yes, or as in we together?
Meaning, like, I've lost a lot of situations because I was too sarcastic, and all of my messages come off wrong. And even when I talk face to face, my messages usually come off wrong. But the way I combat that is using more words.
Sometimes you can. Okay. Sometimes you can actually use more words and talk yourself back into a problem.
I've done that before.
Lily LaRosa says, "Amen. Non-consent call is bad." Okay, so I think Lily is still on my team here tonight. I don't know. She could be on Team Lily, and that's okay too.
Hey, we're gonna find out after this next couple.
After this,
double check your autocorrect.
Oh, see, I had a rule with somebody I dated that we would never correct autocorrect, and we would correct it later.
Yeah.
So this way you can see how stupid it looked. And then we correct it, and we try to figure out what the other person's trying to say. I like that.
You had to add the extra O's. Yeah.
Like, no. Like Mighty Ducks. Right?
But see, that's how emojis actually kind of help with that a lot. Yes. They've really changed the narrative for you so they can kind of understand your sarcasm.
You ever wonder if you piss somebody off and then they send you the text back and they send you a non-emoji smiley face, the colon and the parentheses?
Yeah.
You know what that means? Like, go to hell.
That's what that means?
Yeah. You never got that? Like, hey, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings? Not at all. Smiley face without the emoji smiley. Like, colon.
Yeah.
That means yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
That's my code for I'm pretty sure I pissed you off.
Hey, well, you'll get over it one day. Number 9. If you're running late, text the person. Just be generous. I mean, be considerate.
So that's me pretty much every day.
Yeah,
that's you every show.
Probably.
Cece's texting everybody at 7:45.
I'm on the freeway. I'm on the way.
She's like, "Are you doing a show today?" And then he texts at 7:58. Of course, I'm doing a show. What do you mean?
Of course.
It's been 13 minutes. The show starts at 8.
Yeah, my bad. Sometimes I don't even follow all of these. But the goal is, if you do most of them, you'll be in our decent shape. So we're kind of running out of time. I'm gonna blaze through the rest of them.
So sorry.
Respond proportionally. I guess I can't read that. If you wouldn't talk to them like that in real life, don't talk to them through text. I do that a lot. I break that rule all the time.
I do too.
I'll talk to you about something through our text all day, but when we get together, I won't bring it up at all. And then I don't know, how does that make you feel? Is that like a misleading of character or a misleading of judgment? Let me know. Don't use hashtags in your text. Don't chat speak. I guess. Don't let. Don't talk to the phone. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Would you doing that kind of stuff?
No, don't talk to the phone and let it text it for you.
Oh, I do that all the time.
I do it all the time.
Most of the time, if I don't, I'm usually driving when I'm answering my text because I don't have time during the day. So I don't even look down at the phone. That's where I get my autocorrects. Because I literally be like, "Hey, Twice, what are you doing? Let's hang out later." And it'll say, "Hey, 2-person, where are your shoes?"
Yeah.
And then not figure out the rest
and
of it.
And just hit send and see what happens.
Yeah.
Next
I like
one.
to live dangerously.
Don't be a chat speak. Don't be a chat speak. Or don't. Oh, that's one I just used. Don't use chat speak. Yeah. Don't use all caps. It makes you look angry.
What if you are?
Then be my guest, or just call them. Next one. Use the right texting laughter, like LOL, LMAO. If you want to capitalize it. A lot of times when I put LOL, my LOL face looks like this. But it was entertaining though, for sure. But yeah, LOL is like that. Now if I put the what's the emoji with he's smiling but he got the sweat mark right here, I'm like, yeah, it was kind of cool, but I might say something that's gonna hurt you, so I'll just go ahead and just put that one.
Oh, see, mine when I'm unsure as to what to say and I'm a little nervous about whatever you was just texting me, I do that.
Yeah. Oh no, that's my excited face. Yeah, for sure. Don't bury your face in your phone with your somebody. You got to make sure whoever you're with, make sure you enjoy those people for sure. Don't text while walking. Don't text while driving. And those are my text message rules. Even when you're writing, even when you're posting posts, even when you're on social media, and you got to make sure to do it consistently. And I guarantee you're going to get on more nerves than you thought you never could.
See, I agree.
No, I'm just playing.
Lily is saying that you're micromanaging and infantilizing others. And I agree. These are some rules that may help, but they are also very specific. And I think that you and I disagree.
Oh, okay. Well, you continue to call after the text, and you let me know how that goes. Hey, but this is Going Solo Network, WGSN, Thinking Twice. I'm Mr. Twice. I got my dog, the Dean, right here. Man, hopefully y'all got some knowledge, wisdom, and a little bit of entertainment too. I like to say if you got your cake and you eat it too, that means you're thinking twice. Hey, keep being amazing. Keep being golden. CC, we love you and appreciate you. And hey, we out.
Thanks, everybody.